Okay, I've got lots of mana and some signal pests. Is this way too slow? Probably, but so is pretty much everything I do. Got Mist Vault Bridge turn 1, Seat of the Synod turn 2, so I got 4 artifacts turn 2, which means that turn 3 I can play out this 7/7, you know? Or if I draw some Ornithopters, play out the Psy. I got options. Not good options, but options. Opponent plays Urza Saga. Opponent plays another card that I can't afford. Tier. All right, here we go. Bobbly bobbly me. So opponent knows that I have in my hand a big reveal. I eventually get my draw step. Thought monitor. Well, that pretty much tells you everything I'm doing. So does it make sense to Seat of the Synod out a signal pest here, and then the following turn Mist Vault Brit? Yeah, I guess it does. It do make sense. It's the same, because then if I play Mist Vault Bridge next turn and then put out my signal pest, it's the same outcome, but I have more options depending on what I draw. I'm hoping for no mana, can't use Saga. That's what I'm hoping for. That would be the best outcome for me. Okay, Lorien revealed. Okay. Little tundra happening over there. Ooh, okay. So, I can either Island, Vault, Scourge, Signal Pest, or I can Mist Vault Bridge, Vault Scourge. I can't put out Psi. I can't get add affinity that high. So yeah, I think the Island is probably my best bet here. I have to play out a Vault Scourge with mana. Okay, and I'd like to use more mana. To do what? I can't do that. That's too expensive. I can't do that. That's too expensive. I can Signal Pest, though. So what's this thing do? Affinity for artifacts. That makes it cheaper. Doesn't make sense to attack, so I shan't. So next turn I'm going to have, if nothing changes on my side, 1, 2, 3, 4 tapped 5 artifacts, which means I can pay 2 for Thought Monitor, which is really good. Or 2 for a 4/4 that doesn't draw 2 cards, which seems less good. So I'm thinking Thought Monitor. So let's see which opponent knows that I have, by the way. A little Haywire Might. A little Mana Crypt. Well, that's fun. Opponent has Opal up now. What just happened? Dream. Oh, Luris to hand. Okay. This is what happened very quickly. Guess I can click to see the revealed card zone, right? That's a thing I see people do when they play this game. Well, Luris to bauble. Well, that's bad for me. You have value. I don't have value. I'm about to get value out of my thought monitor. Okay. Um, I'll play the Mistvault Bridge unless they draw a seat. That is not a seat, so I will play the Mistvault Bridge. It's tapped, but it's like getting a mana anyway. And then I will Thought Monitor. I have to pay this much mana. Interesting. It's not worth playing out the Ornithopter because artifacts entering the battlefield is something I'm going to want very soon. Okay, well, I can attack. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, dang it. I've got to click the individual creatures. So in Arena, there is a big giant button right near the OK button, which is attack all. That is not a button here. Whoopsie daisy. So I just missed out on 3 damage and 3 life, which is relevant. Oops. Big oops. Pilot error. Arena transition error. Little 4/4 construct action. Haywire Might mana. For the Thought Monitor, I guess. How do I see what it's trigger? Oh, for the Seat of the Senate. Oh, that makes an enormous amount of sense. Exile target. Why are you exiling Seat of the Synod instead of Mistvault Bridge? That doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm fine with it. Confused, but fine. Well, not as big a misplay as mine, though I think that is a misplay. Right, Haywire Might exile an artifact. That's an artifact. It produces black mana. It's otherwise indestructible. It can't be wastelanded. Like, anyway. Draw a card. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. I can no longer sigh because I lost that mana. So I'm going to play a 6th artifact, namely an Ornithopter. I'm going to play a 7th artifact, namely Signal Pest. I'm going to play a 4/4 for free. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go to attack. I'm going to actually attack here. I missed out on 6 damage before. That seems hyper relevant now. Right, opponent should be at, what, 7? And I should be at 24. And I'm going to cast Sojourner's Companion. And I'm going to cast Sojourner's Companion. And that's it. I guess I probably should have used this mana this turn. I guess I'm bluffing a counterspell, I guess is what this untapped mana does. But if I had waited to play out something, maybe I could have used this mana differently in order to keep something in my hand to later get Thopter tokens. Not sure. Okay, 5/5. So I've got a bunch of 4/4s in Battle Cry, so I'm not super worried about that. Unless they become 8/8s, then I can tradey. And they Battle Cry, they get They each get +2/+0. That is to say +1/+0 twice. So you can re-Haywire Might. It's pretty good. Actually, what do you Haywire Might? Do you Haywire Might away the Battle Cry creature, which is giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other creatures? Pio is a good card. Pio is a good card. Good card I don't have. Respect. Mega respect. Black Lotus is a good card. Yep, I do not have a counter spell. So if you can win this turn, you can win. But otherwise, I'm attacking for, what, 8, 16? I'm attacking for very, very a lot. Little Time Vault action? Time Vault would win. Second PO would be good. Black. That would be Demonic Tutor. Vampiric Tutor. Interesting. Vampiric Tutor. That is not Demonic Tutor. Mana Crypt. Lotus for blue PO, I assume. Sensei. Yeah, okay, Sensei's top. That makes sense. Sensei's top after tapping key? That's Luris for turn. You kill Spellbomb. Okay, there we go. So there's options for card draw. You got to sack Black Lotus for black to black. Okay. There's drawing whatever card was put on top. Just what kind of winning do you want, really? Remember that time I said I missed 3 damage and it might be relevant? It's not that relevant, as it turns out. There's Time Vault with key in hand. Very nice. Begin sideboarding. Okay, I want these 2 Hurkyl's Recalls, that's for sure. Do I want Metallic Rebuke? Or Machine Over Matter? This does what? It returns a permanent to hand. A non-land permanent to hand. I mean, that kills constructs. And also, depending on their Luris situation, that might be bad for them. I also have Metallic Rebukes, and, counter spells are good. Okay, what is not good? I think, if I'm evaluating this deck correctly, that these Cranial Platings are the 4 worst cards in the deck and can pretty much always come out. In fact, I'm kind of tempted just not to have them in to begin with, but that's another matter. Although, as I saw, like that was about damage early, and this creates damage earlier. But all the same. Do I want to hold up a counter spell? I think I want to hold up a counter spell rather than just bouncing stuff. So I definitely take in these 2 Metallic Rebukes and get rid of these Cranial Platings. Do I do anything else? Like, those were really, really good. This Patchwork could be a little slower, but, these Pests are actually quite good. The Eaters of Virtue, and they cost 1. That's the whole idea. Maybe I take out the 2 Eater of Virtues and put in the Tormod's Crypt, which is faster acceleration for affinity and also anti-Luris tech. think that's fine. I would like to play first. Yeah. Mist Vault Bridge, Mist Vault Bridge, Mist Vault Bridge, Gingerbrute Signal Pest, Automaton Thought Monitor. It's slow, but, you know, it's what I'm here to do. Cast Thought Monitor. I would like to draw a seat of the Synod next turn. I press 6 to just pass till the end of turn, right? Wasty Landy. Wow, amazing. That's the second time today that I've seen somebody wasteland an indestructible land. These aren't that obscure, are they? Well, that was a great draw, especially after the wasteland. Okay, I'm gonna tap for 2, and I'm gonna put out a Patchwork Automaton. Okay, nice. Yeah, so next turn I'm gonna third artifact land for a total of 4 artifacts, and then 5 artifacts, 6 artifacts, Thought Monitor. That's gonna be good. Tundra Island. Oh, I have to press 1. Sorry, that's me. Then I have to not press 1. Clicking can be disastrous. I've learned this. Oh, good of Hercules. That's really good. Um, uh, let's see. So currently 1, 2, 3 artifacts, 4 artifacts, 5 artifacts. Oh, can I play this? 1, 2, 3. Mistvault Bridges, 4 artifacts. 5, 6. Oh, I don't think I can. Oh well. Um, Mistvault Bridge. Gingerbrute. If that were a seat of the Synod, I could do it, right? If I had 1 more mana. Because this is discounted by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to pay 2, which I don't have. So all I can do is Signal Pest. Which, it pumps the patchwork. So next turn I can play Thought Monitor and keep Hercules up. That's okay. That's okay. Lure in. Saga. Lotus is a good card. I'd play it if I had one. Mana Vault's a good card. I'd play it if I had one. Sensei's Divine Tap is a good card. I wonder what that costs. I mean, that's a 1 mana artifact. That's just good for this deck. And its value. I should look up the cost of that, just so I know it. The ticket cost, I mean, to rent it. Balance. I just got vintaged. It's novel, so it feels good the first time. Each player chooses a number of lands they control. I have 3, opponent has 2. Uh, and sacrifices 1 land. Gotcha. Players discard cards. Okay, that's equal. Players sacrifice creatures. Okay, so I get to choose 2 lands you control, and sacrifice the rest. So I would like to choose my multicolored indestructible artifact lands, sacrifice the rest, and then I would like to not discard cards, and I would like to, yes, sacrifice all my creatures. Feels bad, man. Love it, though. Love it. Okay. Well, Mistvault Bridge. So this is discounted by 3. So if I draw Seat of the Synod, I start Thought Monitoring. Keep Hercules up here. Hercules takes care of construct tokens. You know, Could be worse. It's not good, but there is a way it could be worse. Got that going for me. So C to the Synod is my best draw. Misfall Bridge is okay. Underground sea. Do 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 do. Underground sea. So let's see. Bad draws are things that don't let me cast thought monitors. Good draws are Ornithopter or land. Any land, including the fourth Mistvault Bridge. Those are all options. Well, second Oracle's Recall. It's not the worst. I mean, doesn't let me do anything, but it also keeps opponent from doing anything, right? Because I'm gonna go. One of them is gonna get rid of these two construct tokens. That gives opponent mana from Mana Vault, but opponent already has like infinite mana with Lotus, so I think opponent's best move is to I guess you always do make the token here, right? Unless you have mana to do something ridiculous and you want the mana. Yeah, that's pretty good, huh? Um, I'm just trying to think, what's the... yeah, I should Hercules later to bounce whatever comes out. Like, there's some theoretical upside, like keeping opponent off of hard cast force. oh, 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 Tolarian Academy. Mm-hmm. Luris to hand. Sack Lotus, play Luris. Lavinia. Each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with Mountain Greenland lands that player controls. Okay, that currently does nothing to me. Um, oh, except that it shuts off my future thought monitors. But okay, I don't think there's a reason to Hercules now. Is there a reason to Hercules this? Not super really. I mean, Herculesing actually like lets opponent's Soul Ring get more mana even. It's just bad for me, that's all. Do I Hercules now, or do I take the 6? If I Hercules now, opponent can replay Vault Ring Top using Lotus mana. Is the 6 relevant? I don't think this. I mean, I, clearly I've lost, right? I have nothing against balance. I lose. That is what's happening. But all the same, might as well Hercules recall opponent. Yeah, you can force down to 0 cards. That's fine, right? Now, that means that before opponent's draw step, so how do I like put a stop on upkeep? Can I set a stop on opponent's upkeep so I can Hercules on upkeep? I think that's what I want to do. Mist Vault Bridge. I mean, I'll play it. Oh, actually, no. I want to play this in response to the mana vault trigger on opponent's draw step, is what I want to do. Get rid of them tokens. You found that off of your sensei stuff. Okay. Well, good game. I don't know how to put good game in chat. Isn't there a chat feature here? Private chat? GG? Send. I think that's how you do that. Concede. A good game.